So let's dial back a little bit. See, because your story, like we mentioned, is unique, and it's something that the external talents, uh, the people you are trying to entice, to tell them that they can do exactly what you have done. Okay, let's give them something to think about. Okay, you are a celebrated lawyer, an entrepreneur. Okay, you're young, an immigrant, someone who was trained outside Canada.
Right.
Okay, and your story, take us back and tell my audience how you got to where you are today.
Good question. Sometimes I ask myself that question. Sometimes I ask myself, what am I doing here? How did I get here? Oh man, Ekene is a mixture of so many things. But I will summarize. The story is all about preparation, meeting opportunity. That's just what it's all about. Opportunities come to us at different times of our lives. But if you're not prepared, A, you don't see it.
Yeah.
B, you don't appreciate it. C, you miss it. Because you're not prepared.
Yeah.
Or sometimes D, you secure the opportunity, but because of lack of preparation, you're not able to sustain it. Right? I mean, there's so many lawyers looking to sell their practices. There's so many people like me, right? I came in as a student, as many people know, back in 2013, and that time I just wanted to put my head, on the desk and read and get ready for my license. And I became a lawyer the year after. The idea of running a practice or owning a firm or owning a business never crossed my mind. I never saw myself as an entrepreneur growing up. So many entrepreneurs would have their journeys going back to when they were little kids, right?
Yeah.
None of that.
Really?
I never sold anything. I never ran any business. I was just a bookworm back in school. I was just reading. I thought I was going to be in academics. Then when the opportunity came for the firm, Mr. Smith was looking to sell his firm. I wasn't interested at all. In fact, he was having conversations with other people. I remember a potential buyer connected with me over dinner. He told me that he had heard good things about me, my work ethics, and he was looking to keep me on. I was like, thank you, you're going to keep me on. I was happy. So I tell you that story, okay, because just to highlight the fact that it never crossed my mind to take advantage of that opportunity. Some people would think this was all I had in mind when I came in. No, it never crossed my mind. Then I heard that the conversation with these prospective buyers didn't go well. And then Mr. Smith all of a sudden said, Charles, are you interested? I was like, what are you talking about? And I told him flat out, no, I was not interested. Mind you, at that time, I was only 2 years.
Yeah.
Or under 2 years post-call. I was like 28 to 29. I had only spent a few years in the country. I didn't have any network of people. Then the following week or so, he came back and said, are you sure you're not interested? I said, I'm not interested. Then at that point, I was like, okay, can I just take this to some of my support group, my mentors? I took it to one of my mentors, Bruce, took it to my brother. And I was shocked how in consensus said, go for it. I was actually expecting them to validate my reservation by saying, of course not. You're still young in practice, you need to learn and all that. But they supported the idea right away. And that got me thinking, maybe there's something here. These are people that I respect. Maybe there's something here. I went back to the gym and I said, okay, let's give this a try, but let's not rush into it. So we gave it like a year. It was a year plan. In that 1 year, I was able to start making some changes just to make me feel more comfortable with the area. I started making changes to the practice, cleaned up the websites, cleaned up some process, and paying more attention on the business side of things. And after a year, I took the job.
Wow.
And here I am, one of the best decisions I ever made.
Wow.
Yeah. And at that time, I didn't have people that had done it in my circle that I could say, okay, you took over a firm from this older person. How did you do it? Give me a template. That was done.
Yeah. See, your story resembles a little bit the story of one of my mentors, Tony Elumelu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony.
When he got Standard Bank, is it what? Standard something? Standard Trust. Yes.
Trust.
Yeah. He was a junior banker, but he took it. Okay. See, and a good friend of his who was supposed to work with him, but didn't. You see, that's the biggest mistake he made. Okay, he's an uncle of mine. Okay, and I told him about 12 years ago when the discussion came up. I told him, just because he was a junior banker and you were a more senior banker, see, being a CEO doesn't mean you need to know everything, but it means you have the ability to coordinate and bring all the big hitters together. And that's what Tony did. Okay. He knew where his strong suits are, and he knew what he didn't know. And he brought the people who could handle all the things. You see, that's the job of the CEO, and he did it fantastically well. And that's why today, if you want to mention the 10 biggest bankers in Nigerian history, he will be one of them.
Right.
And I'm happy when I heard your story. Especially, I think I saw that you were an intern.
Yes.
That firm. I mean, hey, coming to a firm as an intern and ending up within a few years as the owner is a story water related.
Right.
Right. Especially as an immigrant. Okay, so your story is one that should entice a lot of people. Say, hey, Charles did it. That means I can do it. And it's a good story. It's a good story.
It is. Yeah, that and I realized that it's not just about me anymore. It's about challenging some limits.
Yeah.
Many people come here as lawyers and they end up small. They end up in a small firm or owning their practice, one person practice or two people practice.
Yeah.
We could actually do more.
Yeah.
My goal is to make Osuji Smith a national firm. It's a national firm. I just had breakfast with one of my mentors this morning, and we mapped out a plan on how to get there. It is possible.
Yeah, it is possible.